Alright guys, welcome to Mr. Dada's Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to make a drawing file and how to make a custom title block. A couple of quick things before we do that. I want to refresh your memory on a few things I might have told you in class. Remember in your browser, it's always keeping track of your sketches. If you expand this, this drawing only has one sketch, but if it had more, you'd see a long list here of all the sketches. You can double click that sketch to go into it to make any modifications you might have to make if you made a mistake. This eyeball, that's called visibility. After you do an extrude, the sketch disappears. So I extruded this hole, but maybe I forgot to do this one, right? And so then you need the sketch to come back. And that eyeball, you can see the sketch in the background, would provide you with, what you need to do an extrude to finish doing whatever you need to do. So that's important to kind of know that eyeball is there and that you can turn the sketch off and on. Down here, it keeps track of all your extrudes. This job has 4 extrudes so far. If you double click one of those, it'll reopen that menu and you could make an adjustment if you needed to. Are you annoyed with the way that your zoom works? You might have realized that it does not behave like it did in AutoCAD. It's opposite. If you want to fix that, come up here, click on your initials, go to Preferences. From the General tab, you're going to come down here and you're going to click on, mine's already turned on, yours will be off. So you're going to check that box, reverse zoom direction, say Apply, OK, and now it'll behave like you may have been used to in AutoCAD. Alright, now to make a drawing file, we're going to come up here, we're going to click File, New, Drawing. Alright, we're going to make a template, Create New. Yours is probably on B size. You want to change this to A. It's got to be 8.5 by 11. Alright, so sheet size A. Make sure units are in inches. And that's all you have to adjust. This should be on from scratch. Don't change that. Say OK. Now this is going to be a template file, which means we can reuse this file for all the drawings, all the different drawings that we do. It'll kind of be a template with the title block in it that we need. As you can see here, this has a kind of an obnoxiously large title block here. We want to click on that and hit delete, and we're going to make our own. If we expand this, and you right click on title block, go to new title block. Over here we're going to rename it title block, or I'll just put TB template. We're going to save it as TB template or title block template. Say OK. And it brings us into sketch mode. Okay, now I can tell you that this is also not going to behave quite like you are used to in AutoCAD. But we're going to make a title block. You're going to come up here to the line tool. We're going to come down here, scroll in, snap to that endpoint, come up. Now, you cannot type values like you could even in Fusion. You can't type a value in that box to put it exactly what you want. So all we can do is get it close. We want a 3/8 inch title block, the height of this. So we want to come up 3/8 of an inch, which is 0.375. So I'm just going to come up and get it as close as I can. That's close enough. Click. Line tool. Snap back on that endpoint. Zoom out. Come all the way over to here. And then make sure you're on 0 degrees. See how that degree changes, right? So just make sure it's on 0. And then make sure it looks pretty straight and horizontal. Click. Now, we are going to make a series of lines to create our title block. I want to come across here 3.5 inches. Again, just get close. I'm going to click back on that endpoint, come straight down. Again, try and get that 90 degrees. It looks like I don't have to keep coming up to turn on the line tool. It's already on, so I can just snap back on that endpoint. Now I'm going to come across 1.5 inches. Click, come back up again. Make sure that reads 90 degrees. Come over another 1.5 inches. For the sake of time, I'm going to rush a little bit. I might not be exact. And then one more, 1.5 inches long. Okay. Now, I don't know if these lines will print. You can see some of these are a little darker, the ones that I made. You can delete those. We only need the vertical lines and this line to remain. Now you can say, actually we're going to come up here and we're going to do our text now. So come up to the A, the text box. I'm going to try and get centered in this 3/8 of an inch area as best I can, and I can always change it later. I'm going to make a text box here, click, all caps. Your text is always all caps no matter what you're writing in a drawing like this. So I'm going to put name, colon, and then your name. Click outside here, go back up to the text tool. Another title block, another text box. This one's going to be date, and then the date. Click, click. Then we're going to do scale. One to one. Period. Whatever your period is. And finally, we're going to do drawing, DWG, and whatever it is, whatever the drawing is that you're on, or the name of the drawing, if it's numbers or words, whatever it is, that's what you want to put here so your teacher can identify the drawing and grade it correctly. All right, we're going to go ahead and say, actually, what I want you to do is, I want to make sure that these are all nice and centered, and you can click on them and move them a little bit and get them all nice and centered up. Just click on it and drag. All right, finish title block. Now, if you ever want to get back in there to change the date or change the drawing, all you need to do is right-click. Remember, we made a template. It's called Title Block Template. Right-click on it and edit title block. And it brings you right back in, and you can double-click on this and modify the date or the drawing as needed. Finish. Okay. Now you want to save this, so you can either click on the floppy disk or go File, Save. Save it as, oops, still have caps lock on, title block. All right. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that the drawing that you want to, the part that you want to put in a drawing file, go back to that file. You're going to go here to the waffle. So if I want to put this part in a drawing file, or in this drawing file, go to the waffle, find it in the list of projects that you've accumulated. Here it is. Right-click on it and go to Create Drawing. Now, I'm going to choose Template. And then I'm going to select my title block template that I made. I've got a few here that I experimented with, but there's that TB template that I made. Say OK. Now it's going to open a new tab with our title block, just like we made it. Now it's already prompting me to place in my base view, or in this case, you always want to place in your front view first. Now I can tell that that scale is way off. Typically it's going to be 1:1, but sometimes I might tell you to make it 1:2. I may even, it just depends on the how large the part is. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in my front view, but here's the problem. It may not always bring in the correct front view. It just so happens that this is the correct front view for this drawing, but a lot of times I see it where it prompts you with this, and you need to know if that's correct or not. You have to make the call. You got to decide if that's the right front view. And if it's not, if this is what it originally prompts you with, you need to come over here to orientation, and you need to find the view that represents the front. You cannot assume that it already knows what the front view should be. So once you have it and your scale is set, go ahead and click. Now we're going to come up here. I can close this at this point. That's interesting. My view went away. I forgot to hit OK to save that. So say OK to save it. So now in order to make our other three views, we're going to come up here and we're going to click on projected view. I'm going to click in the white space here. I'm going to come up. I'm going to click again to drop in my top view. I'm going to come over to here to my right side view. I'm going to click again to drop in my right side view. And then I want you to always make an isometric. So I'm going to click one more time, drop in my ISO, click on the green check mark to save everything I've done. There you have it. You can always click on these and drag them if you need to later on. All right. Now, the ISO view I want you to make shaded. These are going to stay the way they are. These were set, if I double click on this, just double click on that window, it brings this back up. These were automatically by default set to visible with hidden edges. That's what we want. So I didn't change anything. But this one, if I double click on it, I want to make it shaded. Okay. Close. By the way, this is called the parent view because that's the first view you dropped in. Any change you make to this view would ultimately affect these two views as well because that's the parent view. Now, you can see that it also puts center lines in for me, and that's great. But I have also noticed where it puts them in places they don't belong, or it doesn't put them in correctly. So if you see one that's not correct, you can click on a center line and delete it. You have to make the call. You have to look at it and see. Now, let me just show you how to do center lines in case they're not there or if they're not correct. You come up here. Center line. Click on the two hidden lines, 1, 2, it pops it in for you. Then for the circles, the holes, click on this one, center mark. In this case I'm going to click on the biggest circle, there's your center line. If your center line doesn't show pattern, I see this a lot where the line is too short. You remember that from AutoCAD? You know, if the line's too small, it doesn't show long, short, long pattern. You can actually grab a hold of these and make them longer if need be. So a lot of times, if your center lines don't show the pattern, that's what you'll need to do. Don't forget to save this and save it as whatever the drawing name is so that it matches your part. So save it as whatever the part name was.